Hi guys, my name's Alan Ringwald, co-founder and CEO of Relativity6, and today I'm going to talk about an old, potentially boring topic. It's called customer retention. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with it. Of course, it's super important, and today I'm going to tell you about how we've created an ability to detect churn signals much quicker and more precisely than the systems out there today. So the company started about 2.5 years ago when my co-founders and I were doing a thesis at MIT about unresponsive or lapsed customer behavior. So these are customers that at some point were active, thriving, then all of a sudden they disappear, leaving no indication as to why they left or if they'd ever come back. So what we did was use a lot of deep learning, machine learning technology that we developed to basically fill in those gaps, those signals that don't actually exist. So we created that artificially, and what we found was a pretty basic insight. Banks see their customers through transactions. So you can see everything that your customers are doing internally, but what about everything else? What about understanding your customer a little bit more holistically? And that's why churn we found to be so high. So as I mentioned, retention's boring, and banks think so too, which is why most models are off-the-shelf statistical models using only internal data and can only get to about 70% accuracy at best. The way we do it is a little bit different. So as I mentioned, we created a system of algorithms that are constantly competing with each other for accuracy, built on top of a highly scalable infrastructure system, specifically looking for those signals of churn. And we definitely use a lot of external data, which I'll explain in a second, but we find that to be extremely important. And we get to about 80% accuracy just within the first 3 months of working with a company. Very high level, so we do use external data. We're not Cambridge Analytica. I don't want to go to prison. I'm too soft for prison. So it's all trend level data, public record, all on the up and up. But what we do is we fuse that with all your internal data to very basically come out with 3 things. 1, a propensity for your customer to stay retained, product recommendations, and also a propensity of your lapsed customers to come back. We don't have our own dashboard. We realize that people want to work in their own workflows. So this is a Salesforce integration example where we've classified a customer, we give product recommendations and even specific inferences on external data, like this person recently moved to Chicago or had a child, and specific confidence intervals associated with those predictions. Now, it's not magic, so we need feedback from actual sales agents, and the system essentially recalibrates based on that feedback. In terms of what we've seen on accuracy, so we get to between 10 and 30% more accurate than current banking models, which can lead up to about a 1% reduction in churn. Which is obviously very, very impactful. Every percent of increase in churn can be a 1 to 2% net income loss, so obviously very important. We recently completed a pilot with Citibank. Essentially, we looked at one of their apps and way overperformed their precision and saw a 300% increase in incremental revenue compared to their control group. I'm going to skip that, but basically we're highly scalable, like I mentioned. Plug and Play has been a great partner investor. MIT was our first investor. We just came out of the Salesforce incubator, and NVIDIA has also been very helpful. We're in their inception program. They're really helpful with the GPUs. I believe that's it. That's my logo waving at you guys. Thank you for the time. I appreciate it.